It's the place to run to. Book a session, come through. Live performance podcast, whatever you want to do.
Get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of The Morning Flavor. The Morning Flavor Show, baby. Listen, today is a special episode. We will be remembering a king's legacy. You see what I'm saying? And I just want to send love, light, and strength to all those that knew Jamal. Matter of fact, let's take a moment of silence for him right now.
Yes, come on, keep it going, guys. Yes, we love you, Jamal. We love you, brother.
Listen, I need y'all to make some noise. Grand rising. I need you to make some noise at your house, in your bed, in your car, in your kitchen, wherever you are right now, at work. I need you to be feeling excited, and I need you to be grateful for life. This is what this is about, y'all. We have to be grateful for every minute, every moment, every second. It all counts. It all matters. Live every day like it's your absolute last. Y'all know I always get into some words of wisdom. You know what I mean? For you to marinate on, baby. Okay, listen. We all transcend. Death is inevitable, okay? The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. Wait a minute. Let me say that one more time for those who didn't catch it. The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will. And I just want to say, I did not get a chance to meet Jamal. I didn't get a chance to meet his energy, but I was able to meet his spirit through other people here in London. I was able to feel his impact around London once the news was announced. So I just want to say, King, you did a job well done because I feel your impact on the culture. Thank you so much, and may you rest well. Woo! Get into it, baby. Listen, I want to get into my special guest. I want to get into this king of many things. You feel me? Black boy joy, black boy magic. I appreciate you joining us this morning. I need y'all to make some noise. I need y'all to give it up. Show some love in your hearts. You feel me? Make some noise. Give it up for the king. Tricky, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes.
God bless.
Okay, listen, that's the first time we done really, you know what I mean? You done got a standing ovation in this thing.
Yeah.
Woo!
I deserve it.
You absolutely do, baby. Come on now, don't play with you. So how are you feeling? Let's start there, King. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, me personally. Yeah, I'm all right.
That's good to hear. I'm so glad you are joining us here today at the
Yeah,
Sound Bank,
thank you
baby.
for having me, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Seriously. So listen, we definitely want to, again, like I said, we want to put emphasis on the show. The show today is a special show. It is a tribute show, okay, to Mr. Jamal Edwards. MBE. You feel me? MBE, baby. Okay? Woo! Tricky. Thank you so much. I understand you guys had a great relationship. You feel me? And I just want to start there. Talk about what Jamal meant to you.
Well, I think he meant to me what I saw over the last couple of days since he's passed. He meant to me what he meant to hundreds. So what I'm probably going to say is going to mirror hundreds of people. I'm never going to be sitting alone with just like, oh, he just made Tricky feel like that, or he just done that for Tricky. But yeah, Jamal was, as you said, he was at MBE, so he's been around the Queen and the Prince. So for him to just be around the people from his village, his own people as well, as dealing with the Queen up there and dealing with us down here and bringing them worlds together and making everyone feel comfortable. Like that's kind of what he done, like, for me. Like, he was very, I don't know if he was too much aware of how powerful he was, because he didn't portray that. He would just text you like a normal person or
He
call
was
you like
humble.
yeah, very humble, man. Very humble. If you notice that we have so many people have spoke about him, hundreds and hundreds, and not one person has mentioned money. Not one person has mentioned his jewelry or that he might have signed for $1 million or the SBTV when it was one of the biggest things out, and him meeting Richard Branson and this, that. No one talks about the money side of it. They just talk
Absolutely.
about his genuine character.
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes. That speaks for itself. That speaks for itself, King. Wow, wow. So you obviously being a producer and a podcaster yourself and having a voice within the community, I know you guys had a lot in common just on that basis. So thank you. I just want to thank you for what you do because you are continuing to allow his legacy to live on. It doesn't stop with him.
Yeah.
You know, he's passed the torch on to so many people like beautiful kings like you. So thank you.
Yeah. No,
thank you,
definitely,
Tricky, for
definitely.
real.
No, God bless, man. God bless.
Wow, wow. Yes. So on late Sunday night, the news came out and it was a tragic to the culture here in London. Like I said, me just being new here, coming all the way here from ATL, and I could even feel his energy, his spirit. I could feel the sorrow from so many people, and I felt it too. I mean, I'm a spiritual person, so when someone else is down, when that energy is around, I feel it as well. So, when you first heard about Jamal's death, had it been officially confirmed, what were your thoughts? Were you thinking, is this true?
No, I heard before it was confirmed, and I just thought, I was questioning it for the whole time because you don't want to put anything out there. You don't even want to start to think about it. You just think, nah. So I've but it was from a very good source. So I did try and call him once, but I thought, let me just leave it. He'll call back if anything. But I think it must have been just a little while after that it was confirmed. And yeah, it was shocking, man. It was shocking. It was shocking because the sad thing is, because people would always say, why do we give people their flowers when they go? But that's the only time that we really take in what they do. That's the only time that you actually accept that, oh gosh, everything that he was doing, his little messages and this, that, and the other, you're never going to get it again. When they're here, you immediately take it for granted.
Yes.
But as soon as you realize this person's not going to be here no more for that, damn, you start to really, like they say, when certain things happen, like your life flashes before your eyes. When someone dies, it will do the same kind of flash for that person, I believe. And you just start, oh gosh, he done this, that, and the other. Damn, amazing. Do you know what I mean? And I like to say that part because I know if he was here today, I wouldn't have just called him and said, you're the greatest. I wouldn't have done that probably because of how I am, how humble he is, and how we are as a people. Like, we try and give as much people their ratings when they're here, but there's just some people that we're really only going to notice their impact when they're not here.
Yes.
100%. So,
Wow. No, King. And honestly, Tricky, that's real. That's real. A lot of people not going to be that real. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, just as human beings, and it's not on purpose. We all out here, we have goals. We're following our dreams, our passions. And a lot of times we don't think about one another. We may not take that time to be like, let me just check in with my mans. Let me check in with my sis and say, you know, I appreciate what you're doing. I'm inspired by you.
Yeah.
But we always feel that. It's always love when we see each other, but we may not think to do it, you know, all the time. And like you said, when tragedy happens, then those memories flash right before our eyes. We think about those last moments. And I know you guys had some great moments. And speaking of that, I know you posted a conversation, one of the last conversations that you guys had. So I understand you had a very genuine and close relationship. So talk about first meeting him. How did that happen for the people who may not be familiar?
I think Jamal reached out to me probably, it might be 12, 13, 14 years ago, somewhere I just started doing music, and he was a big fan of music in general, just not of people. He was just a big fan of music, and anything to do with music, he would always want to just help in any way he can, even if it's just let me bring my camera and put it in your face. It would just be like, let me just try and help you. And I was doing music. He knew of the group, I should say, that I was in, and he just reached out one day, like just got a message saying like, let's work, let's do this, come and do this, and we didn't even get to do anything, but we just grew an understanding from then. It was just genuine love. Anytime we saw each other, anytime we spoke, and yeah, he was just, and a lot of people will say this, he wouldn't wait for the hype. A lot of people wait for the hype and wait for the million views nowadays.
Right.
Jamal would just reach out just because he liked you. Even if he didn't even see you had a fan base, just because he liked you, he'll reach out and say, no, you're the greatest. You're the best.
I see something in you.
Yeah, and he'll say your lyrics and this, that, and the other, and it would inspire you and give you a different sort of energy. But that was the first time I think we met, and then we just started seeing each other in I don't know if you know house music.
Yes.
Yeah, we started seeing each other in house raves, and just me seeing Jamal with his water, just chilling around a load of zombies with
right
mad beats, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, it was crazy. Like, but yeah, and it was just always love, man. And he was just a genuine person. So he wouldn't stand on the sideline, even if he saw you, which a lot of people will do. He would literally come to you and, yo, my guy, you're right, love, da, 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 da. And it was just that. But yeah, man.
Wow. You know, and you said something that really stood out to me. He did not wait for the hype.
Yeah.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, for the people that's watching this, stop getting caught up in the hype.
Yeah.
You know, we need more genuine souls like that. We need more music connoisseurs who are really pushing the culture forward in a genuine light. They not like, oh, this person got 10 million views and they ain't really saying nothing, but because of the views, let me get him some love. No, like you said, he could see somebody with 0 views, but if he believed in it, he was getting behind it. Wow. I'm just so sad I wasn't privy to meet this king. I didn't have the privilege to meet this king and his energy because I just feel it. I feel it through the conversations. And I just want to thank you for all you did for the culture. I can't say it enough. What? Woo! So let me get into this next bit. So let's pretend it's 20 years ago. In the early 2000s, okay, when grime music was making its first major breakthrough, the underground to the overground, it seemed like dreams were really coming true for youths living in circumstances that made them feel like, they had limited options. Then they saw people that they could relate to, like you and I making it, people that was solid, okay? Heartless Crew, Dizzy Rascal, Gigs, Pay As You Go Cartel, Miss Dynamite, Lady Stush, and so many others. It seemed like grime and garage acts were really here to stay, and there was no stopping it, okay? But then negative press and stigmas around music, okay, we saw a lot of labels sheer away from the genre, and grime reverted back to the underground with no major independent platforms in a position to support it in the right way. What did that time feel like? Going through all of that when people just didn't want to believe in grime and was trying to box it in. Coming through the early 2000s, take us back on that.
Well, the early 2000s with me, if I'm totally honest, I can remember the era. I wasn't around at that time. I was in the other world. I was in the other world at that time. For me, but what I saw for those artists that you mentioned, because a few of them was there. For what I saw was just certain amount of artists were being picked out. Now there's an influx. Now you got YouTube and everyone can get in. Like your nan's cat can be famous.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, for real.
So to speak. But then it was just certain particular artists. But those certain particular artists were having a hard time because I think in London we wasn't used to, i.e. So Solid, picking up a award and taking 30 people on the stage.
Facts.
Or gigs coming out of a video and having like 100 people in the video.
Right.
England wasn't used to that. So they was just like, oh, gosh,
shook it up.
What's this? So it's just like close the door and really just let in one at a time. But really, you know, when you get, it's kind of like getting strip searched before you go in the club. And everyone gets strip searched. And if you're not willing to get strip searched,
you ain't going in.
You're not going in. And that's what it is. And that's what it kind of was for me. That was my little analogy of it. But yeah, that's how it was for me.
Okay.
But I went in that world at that time.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So now around 2004, 2006, underground artists are still trying to find alternative methods to be noticed. Live performances, private radio shows featured on DVDs appear to be on main routes. From my understanding, it's a quite beautiful story. In around 2006, Jamal requested a video camera that his mom gifted him, which costed no more than $200, y'all. 200 pounds, excuse me. Because I know in America we say dollars, but 200 pounds, y'all. Okay? This is what he started off with. He didn't say I need something that's 2,000 or 2 million pounds. He said 200 pounds. At the time, YouTube was still fresh, okay? And it was heavily underutilized. This is where he got the genius idea came from, that he wanted to take over this platform. Now, most people in the UK may automatically know this story, but please understand, I'm from the States, okay? So for our viewers and for the people overseas, would you please take us through his beginning that you know it as?
Well, was it 2006? Was it 2006?
What's that, around 2004, 5,
Yeah,
6?
I don't know. It seems, because I'm only saying that because it seems like it was a lifetime ago that he done that. It seems like that was the first thing that anyone done to actually set off everyone's rapping, everyone's videographer,
everybody else's platforms.
Everyone else's platforms. It was like that camera. It's like you can have it and just say that camera started all of this, even down to podcasting now. When you see that picture with him and that little camera, you just think, damn, that's where it started. Because Jamal literally used to go to people, and the beauty was he was doing the camera work. So he'll be there with his camera in your face. So it's the guy that owns the camera, and it's the camera as well.
True hustler.
Yeah, he was really out there, man. And that story, we all knew it because I think a bit after that we saw Jamal on was it Google advert? Was it a Google? Yeah, it was a Google advert or something. Don't play with him. Yeah, he was on a Google advert, man. I think he was. This was the beauty of him. Like there's certain people that would, if you get the accolades that he's got, they would be gone and you wouldn't even see them, and a DM's not even coming. And he just stayed in contact. But with him,
he was reachable.
With him and that camera, it was like the connection. That camera was like the connection to the people.
Wow. So
it was Jamal here, camera here, people here, bam, connection, full link. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, what it was, how he started. He used to do videos with rappers that couldn't get on certain platforms, and people weren't really allowing to get into certain spaces. And I think he started doing the F64s on YouTube, innit? Yeah, and started putting things on YouTube, and people started saying, oh gosh, I got fans, I can get fans and viewers and this, that, and the other. And at these times, to have an F64 was like one of the big things. There was other things, but you get one of those, then you
real
know,
deal.
Yeah, because you might be on one week and then it might be a big artist the next week, because he's getting both and mixing both of these people together.
Right, wow.
But as I say, you only notice these things when someone's gone, because someone's doing it right now, and I'm not calling them to say it.
Nah, I feel
and
you.
I probably love them to bits.
Yes.
So that's the scary thing about life.
So
like,
what about? So let me interject right there, though, King. With this happening, with the untimely passing of this legend, do you feel like it will make you be more on it now to make sure you give your flowers now before it's too late?
I do anyway, but I think even if you done it, you couldn't. You don't know who the right people are to give flowers. Because I give people flowers now, but how do I know that
Right.
they're the right people that
I
I'm giving the
understand.
flowers to? And then the person that might pass away might be like, damn, I gave all these people flowers, but I kind of thought you was going to be here forever. So I thought there'll be time for me to get to you. We always think there's going to be time to get to that person because he's going to be here. Just like with the message I had on my, what was talking about on my Instagram from Jamal. He just said last week, let's create some content. Let's do something.
Yes.
I was like, all right, cool. Let's do something. No problem. When you're ready. And we always say that. All of us do it in this room.
Right. We do.
Next week. Next month.
Thinking we got the time.
Do you know what I'm saying? If that you're never gonna know, but if I did know, I would have said like let's stay together and create for the next 7 days and not move. But you never know, innit? So you always think, you know what, let's do that after. We'll do that. Don't worry about it. But that's life, innit, man?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you again. Just for being here, Tricky, for your energy, for your spirit, for your strength.
Yeah.
Through a time like this. Seriously, you are appreciated. Woo! That's deep, y'all. Value time. Value your people. Value every moment. I cannot say it enough. We don't know the hour, the minute, the time on the clock. We don't know when the hourglass is going to run out. But we just understand that we have to be present in the present.
Yeah.
Okay? And his presence happened to be a present. Huh? Get into that bar, baby. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Woo!
And you know what I wanted to say?
Go ahead.
Is that we, as you just said, live in the moment, and we don't, and we're so shy with certain things. Like I put up a video yesterday of me and Jamal who was in the car, but I'm just facing it to the car because even when I was thinking about it today, I was laughing because I was such a fan. I didn't want to look like a fan and turn the camera to him. So you can't see him in the video. You can only just see a leg and the music part because I thought, let me just keep it there. We're playing the music in the car. And it's a lot of the times we do it because I go out and sometimes I'll be like, I like that guy, but I don't want to show him too much because, do you know what I mean? I don't want people to think, oh, he's a fan or da-da-da-da-da. And we're so... And I'm saying that to say, like, yeah, it's cool to be humble, but don't miss them moments just because you want to be either humble or you don't want to be seen as a fan or, do you know what I mean? Go for it, man.
You
go
have
for it.
to.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, listen, it's so many gems being dropped. That was another profound thing that you said, King. Do not miss the moments. I don't hesitate. I'm outside every day, whether it's in Atlanta, it don't matter where I'm at, California, New York, even here in London. Every time I am walking outside, I'm telling people, you are beautiful, random people, whether they receive it or not. Some people say, oh my God, thank you so much. And some people just keep walking. I don't let it stop me. I don't know. 30, 40 years from now, I may not be able to talk. I have to use my voice for real. So like you said, stop thinking about what other people may think. Just do what you think. Do what feel right to you. You know what I mean? We can only be responsible for our actions. So if you see somebody that's fly, hey, you fly. Don't hesitate. Because at the end of the day, we feel good about it. Like you said, you was thinking, oh man, I don't want to have a camera all in his face. And we just vibing. And I get it, But like you said, you didn't know that was going to be one of the last moments. And had you known, maybe you would have, hey, come on, bro. Let's vibe and both of y'all in the camera. But like you said, we don't know. And I think this has even showed you more and more it's okay to live out loud with your people.
Oh, 100%.
More and more. Because I know you do it, but just even more and more.
Yeah. That's something that it's given me. It's given me just that little push. That's why I'm in good spirits, man. It's just like, you know what? It's that push to say, like, live in the moment. Like, live your truth. Like, and really live your truth.
Yes.
Because when you're gone, you're gone.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? When you're gone, you're gone. And it's actually as bad as it sounds. It's just over.
That's it.
So anything that anyone's worrying about doesn't really matter in the end. Do you get what I'm saying?
Really doesn't.
It matters now, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter.
So it's like, what do you do, man? Yeah.
Keep living out loud. That's what you do.
100%.
unapologetically too, y'all. You know what I mean? Stop thinking you owe it to somebody else for you to live your best life. You only owe it to yourself. Okay? For real, for real. Woo! So again, like you said, him starting off with that camera, being the connector from the underground to the mainstream to the people, that was so important. I know not only you, but so many people in London feel like that platform was the start for them to even start their platform.
Yeah.
So I just want to say again to Jamal, thank you for what you did for your contributions to the culture. It does not go unnoticed. It will not go unnoticed, and it will continue to live on.
100%,
Seriously.
100%.
Seriously.
Touched too many lives for it not to live on, man. And God bless your mom as well, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
God bless.
Bless.
Sister, family.
Bless you. Bless your mom. Bless your sister. Bless your family. Like I said, I didn't have to know you, to know your spirit, to know your work. Okay? When you leave an impact, you leave an imprint, and it lives on. Word of mouth let me know about your spirit. Good people let me know about your spirit, and I know it to be true. So it's an honor to be hosting this special episode with this King Tricky, talking about and remembering the special moments of Jamal. We getting ready to go to a commercial break, beautiful people, and we'll be right back with some more Morning Flavor, baby. Get into it, the queen.
What you doing filming me? Jamal.
My stamina's healthy, so it's music, no more beat in the shows. Not just in it for the peas and the gold. I'm just a kid who dreams bigger than the rest. Now I'm living them correct here, sitting in the
SB, you need a bar and get me.
educate yourself, see it's not the money you make. It's compulsory, some are calling it poetry. SBTV. But you never catch me. Explosive. Style, don't think I'm a blow. I get therapy now. Go hard, go faster. Stack peas every day. I rise up, be like a tractor. I rise up.
Welcome back, beautiful people. Thank you so much for your patience. We are here remembering the spirit, the journey, and the legacy of Mr. Jamal Edwards. Thank y'all so much for joining us again. Woo! Got the King Tricky with me today.
Thanks for having me, man.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So talk to me again about the person he was to you, both in heart and in mind. In your heart, truthfully, even if you could just give me a special moment, a special moment that you could think of that you guys share together.
Well, a special moment will be, I think I was just chilling because I was just cracking up. Jamal, one thing, I had a joke with him. I was like, he was the only millionaire without a license. And then he got a license. He must have got a license. He must have got a license about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So I was like cracking up when he had the picture and he put out a picture of his license. I was like, you've been a millionaire for this long and you ain't supposed to get a license. So I don't really care about cars. So I don't really care. But when he got a car, I think he got, what's that Mercedes truck? What's that
Is
big
the
Mercedes?
G-Wagon?
No, it wasn't a G-Wagon. It was like the pickup truck kind of thing, like the X-Drive. I don't even know what it was. Sorry. But
All good.
yeah, he got his Mercedes and was cracking jokes and this, that, and the other. One day he just come pick me up, and we went to the studio to do a track.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yeah, I want to do this track. I want to put out a video. I want to do all this for you." But this must have been like 4 or 5 years ago, and yeah, we just went to the studio. We done the track. We were just rolling around, listening to music. for like in West End, just driving up and down for like an hour and a half. We went and got Thai food. But it was just, I'm saying that special moment because I'm looking at him thinking, you're Jamal Edwards. This was my fanboy moment. I'm thinking, like, you're Jamal Edwards. Like, you're not supposed to be coming to pick me up from my house on a random Thursday when I'm just about to watch Coronation Street and get it cracking. Do you get what I'm saying? So it was random, and it was just so. It's what a lot of people I think could learn and stop keeping yourself so far away from the people.
Yes.
And that's where my love and genuineness comes from right now, because he was just so, as I said, we didn't make a penny together, but it wasn't about that. And he let me appreciate that people don't have to make you money. They can still give you opportunities and they can still give you life in certain ways. Just him answering certain messages or messaging me out of the blue. You're seeing it and it says Jamal Edwards, and you know who Jamal Edwards is, but Jamal's not behaving like he's Jamal Edwards MBE.
Right,
He's not just
right,
like,
right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, he's just moving genuine, man. And that for me was a bit of a fan moment, and it was a nice moment. It was just sitting down, and we actually sat in the car and ate Thai food. So
Wow.
it was, yeah, it was random. It was good though. He's a good guy, man. He's a genuine guy, and usually you see people going crazy about someone, and there's always someone that might say he doesn't deserve. There's not one person that will say that about Jamal, and he let me know the levels of men.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, damn, I need to get to that level, because this guy was a young man, and for the amount he done for Black, white, Asian, whatever you want to mention,
Our
he done
people.
it for our people, like, and without bragging, without boasting, without saying too much, just
doing it.
Yeah, just doing it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and there's stuff that I could even take from. So, God bless that guy, man. God bless him.
God bless. God bless. Wow. Like you said, the humility he had, even as a millionaire in that tax bracket, but acting like, you know, he working a regular 9 to 5, and just because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, y'all really need to be taking notes from his legacy. We should never get to a point where, because our bank account is sitting on however many figures, that we start treating people like people.
Yeah.
That we stop acting like a person.
Yeah.
You know, we start feeling like, oh, I'm on this pedestal and I need to be praised. And no. Now you're far away from who you truly are.
Yeah. I'll show
He
you
still
all
had a
my
soul.
messages. For as busy as Jamal was, I would always get you would always get a message back within a couple of hours. If he was super duper busy, like, you're getting it back within that day.
Yes.
Like, but you would always get a message back. Always. And sometimes a lot of the people will show you the messages that he might have sent. He instigated these messages. So he'll just come out of the blue. So it's like, sometimes I think, did you know? And sometimes I think you couldn't have known, because the way you moved so free with it, I don't think you knew how powerful you actually was. None of us really do. You never know your true powers until you're really gone. You get me? And that's when it's too late for you to understand it. But as in the people will never know your true powers until you're gone. Like, and it's sad but true.
Very true. Wow. You know, and it's another thing, just to really ring true to how impactful he was. Here I am. Like I said, I live in Atlanta. You feel me? Even in America, in the States, they posted Jamal Edwards. They posted a tribute post on the Shade Room from so many people, like Drake shouting him out, Rita Ora, Jessie J, Ed Sheeran, and so many others. So just to see his legacy transcend from across the waters, across the pond, y'all, he wasn't on no local thing.
Yeah.
His mission was always worldwide, and he completed his goals before he left this world. That's one thing I will say. You know what I mean? I don't even know if he realized it, but the people definitely have, and we are all inspired, and it's admirable. So again, woo!
Yeah, as I
Thank
said,
you, King.
He showed levels to men, man. He showed levels to men, like of everything that we're trying to do and everything that we're trying to be. There's things that within 24 hours, there's things that I learned and that I will definitely hold with me.
Yes.
And it was It's like a Nipsey effect, man.
Whew.
It's they're taking a lot of kings
Yes.
and everyone needs to understand this, that everyone will not get this reception. As bad as it sounds,
I know.
as sad as it sounds,
I know.
everyone will not get this
It's the
reception.
truth,
So
right.
you would understand how that would make you. That's gonna make you understand. I'm from the streets, and I've seen people from the streets do so much and not get a reception like this. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a different, and it puts a whole new term to a real one.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? It changes the narrative, because usually when we say he's a real one, we mean guns, we mean this, we mean he changed the whole narrative to he's a real one, to the average Joe,
Yes.
to someone like Ed Sheeran, to
Yes.
little old me. There's so
Yes.
many different people in so many different worlds on so
Yes.
many different
Yes.
platforms that say I owe that guy, and
Yes.
you're never gonna get to repay him because he ain't here right now. But there's so many people that think, you know what, and it's the only time you get to check it, because we get so lost in our lives, we forget who even was there when we started,
Yes.
who reached out, who done this,
Right.
just off of their own back. And as I said,
Yes.
a lot of the times Jamal reached out to someone, whether it be Ed Sheeran or whether it be Jessie J, he was in the better position when he reached out. Jamal was 90% of the time in the better position when he reached out to a lot
Yes.
of these people,
Yes.
even I myself. So it was like, you didn't need to. You did, but you did.
But you did.
Like, so that's where all the energy and the love and the respect for him is coming, when
Yes.
you look back, like myself, and you look back on the messages and think, damn, I'm not even going to get those messages again. And you start to realize not too many people do that. when I look through my messages, not too many people do what he does.
was doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's some artists you might message them and they're not even as big as him, and you won't even get a message back.
Okay.
'Cause
They act like they too busy.
Yeah, they're in their feelings. Everyone's too busy and this, that, and the other.
Ego
So,
and all that.
100%. And it's beautiful.
It was
when you
refreshing.
can drop your ego. When people drop their ego, you see the real beauty.
Yes.
Do you get me?
Yes.
So, yeah, definitely.
Yes. Death to the ego, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Listen, stop trying to walk around here like you big, bad, and tough and better than your people when we are all one.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's like a Nipsey effect, man.
Whew.
It's they're taking a lot of kings and
Yes.
everyone needs to understand this, that everyone will not get this reception. As bad as it sounds,
I know.
as sad as it sounds,
I know.
everyone will not get this
It's the
reception.
truth,
So
right.
you would understand how that would make you. That's gonna make you understand. I'm from the streets, and I've seen people from the streets do so much and not get a reception like this. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a different, and it puts a whole new term to a real one.
Queen, like I mentioned before. As a black man with his own children, okay, with your own children, tell me how proud you were to see those kind of accomplishments within your youth.
Yeah, it was always inspiring. Like, we have a set of people, Jamal's name would always come in there. We have a set of our black kings that would always mention and say, these guys are at the forefront. Even when he was here, that's the beauty of it. Even when he was here, his name would always go in that section. But to see him, he was in, I'm sure he was in the Forbes 30 under 30. And yeah, he done a lot of things for charity. He done a lot of things in his own community. Yeah, it was just powerful. It was just powerful to see. And as you said, just a young black man with a camera ending up getting an MBE from the Queen for his services. Like,
Yes.
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
so yeah, you probably won't see that in a very long time. Do you get what I'm saying? Someone from our culture who we would look at the Queen and say, he's one of ours.
Yes.
He's ours.
Yes.
He's not yours.
Right.
There's some people that will
Right.
get their MBs and the Queen could have them. They're not even
Okay.
ours. Yeah, they're far away from us. They're untouchable. We can't speak to them. We can't feel them. We can't respond to them. We don't know them. Do you get what I'm saying? Jamal was ours, so it was like, that's one of our people.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, you didn't look at him and think this guy's met the Queen, because he was just
You could relate to him on so many
on
levels.
so many levels.
Yes.
Man. Yeah.
Yes. And I know you said you feel like the people won't see something like that in a long time with the queen honoring them and this and that. But I see it, King. I see it in you. I see you doing great things.
Oh.
I see you really being fired up by Jamal's legacy, his energy, and continuing to push forward for everybody in London.
God might have
I
made you
see
say that, you know, I'm a real God believer.
I
So
see
you saying
you.
that.
I'm telling
Real
you,
talk.
I just feel
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I just feel it. For real, I feel it,
for real.
Tricky.
Queen, if you're listening, like, give me an MBE. I won't mess it up. I promise you.
For real. Come on, Queen
No,
Elizabeth.
no, seriously, genuinely, give me an MBE. 'Cause
Come on.
I won't mess it up.
The
baby.
real ones need to be honored, Queen. You
Yeah.
feel me? The touchable people, the people that's really helping the community out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For real. Hold him down, huh?
Yeah.
And give me a piece of one for saying hold him down. Goddamn. You feel me? So listen. Tell me about your background, why you began the path that you were on, the voice within the communities, which highlights so many different issues that are close to your heart. Tell me how you even got into that and you wanted to speak out. What inspired you to get into that?
I was done with rap music, and I thought I've always, in the nicest way for me to put it, I've always had a certain control over people.
Okay.
So I always thought, like, I want to help change certain things and not just change a certain set of people, like my own people or this. I mean, further, I want to speak to the people.
Yes.
So I've always thought, and I've always known that I was a bit of a good talker and able to get people on board with a bit of chat, because you've got to be a good talker. Like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these people, if you notice, they were good talkers. So being a good talker, it helps you get the people on board if you can say the right things at the right time and this, that, and the other. So I've always wanted to change mindsets, change ways that we move, even coming from that world. So I just thought, let me try and speak. Started speaking, and it just spiraled out of control in a good way. It spiraled out of control where people were trusting my word and trusting how I'm coming and how I'm speaking. So yeah, that was me getting into it. Yeah, in a nutshell.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for speaking on that and shedding light on that for the people who may not know. So tell me about your own show, Truth Be Told, and For the Culture with your co-host, Lippy. What does that represent? What is the message for each platform?
Yeah, for each platform, I wanted to make sure, and if you check any of my episodes, I wanted to make sure I talk about the average person and talk about the average person and the average things that it doesn't matter if you got £10 or you're a millionaire, these things are going to affect you.
Absolutely.
So with For the Culture, we'll talk on subjects of knife crime and depression and weed habits and just life and work and transition. And truth be told, we'll talk about hard-hitting subjects like I've done an episode with my dad, which was probably the biggest episode that I've done to date. Yeah, probably
amazing.
My most amazing, the most, yeah. But it's just about, I always think when I sit with people, I want it to help me, the person I'm sitting with, and at least 100 others.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because sometimes when people sit down with each other, it only helps the two people sitting down, and that's no good. So I think when I have certain subjects, I want it to affect me, the person I'm sitting with, and at least 100 others. And if I can do that, I've done my job.
Yes.
So to speak. But yeah, I just want to make sure that anytime I do speak, it's powerful because people are listening, and people are not people are not only listening, people are following. So mind what you say, mind how you move, mind how you talk, because people are watching you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're always looking for, whether it's Instagram, WhatsApp, or a person, we're always looking for something new to follow. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? We're always pressing the follow button.
Bottom line.
We kind of do that in real life. Not only on Instagram are we always pressing follow, but in life, you might be You might be following your parents.
Yes.
You might be following your dad. You might be following your brother. You might be following your friend.
Yes.
You might be following your best friend. You might be following a work colleague.
The person
We're
you're in a relationship
always-
with.
Person you're in a relationship
Yes.
with. We're always pressing the follow button. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm very aware of the sort of young people my age and whoever that follow me. So I have to be very aware of how I talk, knowing that there's people, one or two, that might just follow every single word you stand on.
Yes.
So yeah.
Wow. Woo. We are all a reflection of one another. And this king, Tricky, he's making sure on his platform, he is being the greatest example, the best example possible. Like he said, it ain't just about the conversation between him and his guests. It's about that conversation. What will they both take from it? What will the viewers take from it? That's so important, y'all. Wow, he's moving so selfless. Oh my goodness. And then to hear that you did an episode with your dad, we don't have enough Black men sitting down with their dads. Bottom line, we just don't.
Yeah.
That was so healthy.
Yeah.
That was so healthy for a young Black boy to be able to see that. For a young Black man, even an older Black man. I mean, so many people can be inspired. I'm inspired by that. Just knowing my brother did the work to have his father on the episode to be able to show the world that we can sit down and have healthy conversations. That's important because they want to show us in the wrong light so many times.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
I think that was the first time we actually saw that over here. Yeah, I
Pioneer.
can actually stand on it. I can
You're a
actually stand on it.
pioneer. You're a pioneer,
It was the
King. Let's
first
call it
time
what it is.
We saw that over here where people, and it was, the beauty of it was that just like Jamal, so we're not going off of him. Just
Yes,
like
of
him,
course.
it's all, for me, it's not just about reaching out to just Black people.
Yes.
It's about me reaching out to a set of people.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? With the same mindset, with the same kind of cultural roots.
Yes.
We're all in this culture. Whether we're Black, white, Asian, we're all within this culture. And there's some people that there's white men who have a hard time with their dad.
Yes.
There's Black men. But at the start, it was really for my Black brothers.
Yes.
Because I knew that anytime we see or anytime we hear about this father-son relationship in the Black world, we hear that it's so bad. So it was good to just put it out there and say like, oh gosh, I love my dad to bits.
Yes.
My dad's been there in my life.
Yes.
My dad's worked his whole life.
Yes.
Do you get me? So this narrative that everyone's trying to push, it's not for me. Do you get what I'm saying? So we can't say that's for everyone. Like our Black dads work, they grind, do you know what I'm saying? They're good guys.
Yes,
like
they do the
rest
best
of
they
them.
can. They love
man.
us. Yes.
Don't. It was more to say, don't think of my badness or any of my other Black brothers. Don't think of their badness and put it
Yes.
on their parents.
Exactly.
That's too easy because their parents worked 2 jobs while they were meant to go to school. They just didn't go to school. That's not their parents'
They had
fault.
to make sacrifices.
They had to make sacrifices. So your mom can't be there to check if you've gone to school because she's rushed off to work. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And as I say, like it started with my Black brothers, but I had white guys bloody message me all the time.
Yes.
Oh, I've got a little relationship with my dad now. Thanks for that. People
Yes.
from prison. Oh, I need to talk to my dad. You know, my dad's a bit ill.
Yes,
And
yes.
just for so many different reasons that I thought with the male to male relationship with the sons and the fathers, we have to kind of check in with them, man, because they ain't got long, and we have to respect what they went through in their time because it wasn't our time. So when we're thinking, oh gosh, he might have cheated on my mum and he done this and it wasn't your time. You don't know what was going through his mind at that time. It was a different time, and I knew with our mums, we all love our mums, and that is just, I could look at all these guys and just be like, yeah, casually love my mum to bits, but when it comes to dads, you will not get the same response. With mums, all men will probably give you the same, I love my mum. Most
Right.
men, 90%.
Right.
I love my mum. Yeah, love her. Oh gosh, mum's the greatest. Da-da-da-da-da. With dad, oh, you know my dad. Even if they live with their dad, he's a bit tough, man.
Yeah.
It's always rocky with dad.
Yes.
So
it's always a stigma.
yeah, there's
Mhm.
always a stigma, man. No matter what color we are, there's always a stigma with dad. But we all know it's not a secret. It's a bigger stigma with our black dads, and it was good
Of
to put my
course.
dad on a platform and say, this is a true man here. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah, that was beautiful. And for what we're talking about today, it was beautiful for me to know we've got that for life now.
Yes.
It's on YouTube for the rest of our life.
Yes.
So anytime we can see it, we got it there. Like, so it's good, man.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And like you said, it's not just about, one color, one race. Obviously, we got to have a bit of nepotism and show for our own, because that has been the narrative that's been pushed so much harder for the black community. But like you said, I can relate to all people on all levels, because we all have a story. We all struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what race, what color, somebody is living in a hut right now, and they may not be black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they are struggling too, and they don't have clean water. And I sympathize with those people too. So yeah, we showing love to everybody, y'all. This is what this is about. All races, all colors. Thank you, King. Woo! Listen, okay. So what lessons do you want us all to take away from the passing of the great, the king, the incomparable, the legendary Jamal Edwards, especially the young people? What do you think we can take from him passing so suddenly?
I think we can take the lesson of, like, the easiest thing of just respecting one another.
Yes.
We ain't got to like one another, We've just got to respect each other. I think that's, if I wanted to pick one lesson, I'll say that I don't think Jamal liked everyone. It's impossible for everyone to like everyone.
Absolutely.
But the way you never heard it and the way he never got into an argument, you can see that he just always respected that other person. I'm not going to talk to you. We're not going to get into it. I'm just going to respect you. Because I always say there's two things. There's respect or neglect. Respect me or neglect me. So you can respect me or neglect me. It's you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, there's no other options. Because if I haven't got the capacity to respect that man there, it's better I avoid him.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's not going to do me no thing, because I don't respect him, and it's not going to do him no harm, because he just wants respect. So it's kind of simple. And that's one thing I would say we take from this guy is respect each other a bit more, man. Because this man, really respected people with no views, respected people with nothing, respected people with just one camera like him. It's like he always had it in his mind of where he started. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't leave it like that. A little respect goes a long way.
Yes.
So that's all he gave, was a little respect. He wasn't giving out £100,000 deals all over the place. And that was it. And if you notice now, as a people, we didn't need that. That was more, what he gave, the respect and the love, was more than enough.
It went
Do you get what I'm
longer.
saying?
It went a long way.
Yeah, it goes the longest, man.
It goes the longest.
It's longer than 100 grand.
Come on now, that's
Yeah.
temporary. That's
Yeah.
here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You could drop that on one purchase.
Yeah.
But respect, love, and loyalty,
Yeah.
that's for eternity.
Yeah.
Woo! 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 I need y'all to be fired up like I am, okay? About his legacy,
Alex
about
loves
the
it.
passion.
He loves
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Oh my goodness. Listen, woo! It's been a pleasure, Tricky. You know what I mean? I want to go into another moment of silence because we're going to get into another break. Okay, but I want to go into another moment of silence. And after we come back from this very quick break, we are going to make a special toast to Mr. Jamal Edwards. Your spirit
man.
lives
God bless,
on.
bro. God
Bless.
bless,
So
bro.
let's go into this moment of silence right now. Blessings.
It's easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself. It is the greatest love.
Get into it. Thank y'all for taking that moment of silence with us as we remember the life, the legacy, the journey of the king, the incomparable Jamal Edwards. I'm sitting here with Tricky, and I'm so grateful to have his energy here with me, telling me about personal stories, telling me about what Jamal meant to him, and we get ready to toast and make a celebration to his life, to his legacy, baby. Let me go and get that champagne. Let's do this thing the right way, baby. Okay, didn't it just come out the ceiling? Don't play with us, baby. Huh? Okay, we're going to get this on open. Huh? Don't play with me. Wait a minute. Huh?
Scare me.
Pass me your glass, King. Let's do this thing the right way.
How we doing this?
Love. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. I want you to say some special words. I want you to give your final words. If Jamal was here right now, he's listening. I know he isn't here physically, and we can't see him in the flesh right now, but he is listening right now. I want you to give him some special words. I'm going to give a couple words as well. Matter of fact, I'll give my words first because I want you to close out with your words since you knew him and had that relationship, okay? And I'm just an observer of his legacy, okay? Jamal, I just want to say thank you so much for what you did for the culture. Thank you for giving a voice to the voiceless. Thank you for believing in yourself and in turn believing in others. Thank you for being real. Thank you for being a stand-up, genuine gentleman. Thank you for always shining bright in your melanin, in your black boy joy, in your magic. Thank you for everything that you did. Thank you for your spirit, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your family. Thank you for your friends. Thank you for your heart and your soul, baby. This is for you.
There you go.
Whoa, you got to say your words first, King. He said, well, no, I'm ready to drink.
All right, cool. Let me say my words. Yeah, I can kind of mirror that and say thank you. I could say, yeah, big up, man. Because as I said, now you're gone. It's when we're gonna realize that what you done wasn't small, and we're gonna realize how big it was. And I think as time goes on, you're gonna see more and more of the impact that he had when someone's not here. And it's always the way. It's just the way of life. I want to say, yeah, thank you for being that line there. Thank you for being a voice for the voiceless, because thank you for mentioning my name. Me personally, thank you for mentioning my name in rooms that I wasn't ready to even walk in, or wasn't allowed to walk in at this precise moment. Like, thank you for just being normal. Thank you for putting on half a culture, like putting on for all the culture, but for really being hands-on with the culture. Literally, like as I can touch you, I could have touched him, and that brings you closer. That gives people more of an understanding of you. It makes people feel closer to you. It gives people a different sort of energy. If he was here, I'll probably say that you really don't know that just something small as your message coming through and your name popping up is powerful. And you leave that conversation thinking you can go and take on the world, even though you probably can't. But remember, life's about feelings, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And it's about feelings that people give you at certain times, whether it be a partner, whether it be a person. So, yeah, man, just thanks. God bless you, your mum, and everyone connected to this guy. Because there's people that was, I'm talking from a man that was not grew up in his area. There's people that lived in his area with him. There's people that worked with him daily. So they're gonna have even a bigger relationship than me. And it's like, it makes you think of them like, damn, what was the impact he had on your life? Because he had this impact on people that he didn't see every day.
Yes.
So imagine the ones that he saw every day.
Right. Imagine
the ones that he touched every day and stayed in the house with. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's unthinkable, man. But
yes.
Yeah, man. God bless you. God bless your family. And no, man. Rest in peace, Jamal, man.
Sleep in peace. Your
Yeah.
spirit forever lives on. Let's
God bless.
toast it up.
God bless.
Blessings. Thank you. Give me a hug, King, before we close it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for everybody tuning in right now. This is another episode of the Morning Flavor Show. And I want y'all to understand, this is a special episode. Hold this episode near and dear. I want people to be able to look back at this and feel happy and joyful about the messages and the legacy and the stories that were shared today. We are celebrating his memory as he would want us to. Thank you so much, Tricky, for being here. And thank you so much to everybody that's been supporting the show because we appreciate it. Jamal, this is for you. This is for your family. Thank you for everything that you did, baby. The Morning Flavor, Nesha Nycee said twice, signing out. Tricky, thank you again.
God bless. God bless. Thank you.